Hi, I'm Paul, better known as Hench Herbivore online. I'm a YouTuber with a background in personal training and nutrition, and I'm a proud Vivo Life ambassador. And today I'm going to show you a full day of eating. Here's breakfast. I'm having porridge, so obviously the base is oats. We usually have a dried fruit to sweeten with. This time I've got sultanas. Often have berries as they're so antioxidant rich. Blackberries are the most antioxidant rich of the locally available berries. I'm in the UK. As a bodybuilder, of course, I'm going to have some protein powder. Vivo Life Perform, I find it assimilates so well. No digestive upset, it's my favourite by far, which is why I'm an ambassador. And I've got a couple of tablespoons of a little mix I got from a supermarket. It's mostly milled flax seeds, which you need for the omega-3. There's a little sesame seeds and some freeze-dried fruits as well in there. So into the pan, we're going to put the oats and the fruits. Some of them little protons with the water. Good old mix. And now I filter my water. I make sure to take out the chloride. Chloride is in drinking water for the express purpose of killing bacteria, which was great years ago when drinking water was polluted and it was giving us like bacterial infections and killing us. It was a good idea at that time. Nowadays, researchers into the gut microbiome are saying this ludicrous. We need these Prevotella strains of gut bacteria that eat the soluble fibre and resistant starch found in insoluble fibre. We need them to flourish. And so why would we dump something in there? You know, if you're health focused, you're going to be drinking tons of water. Imagine putting tons of antibacterial agents on your good bacteria, which are they really say it's the cornerstone of good health, both physical and mental. So if I could give one top tip for people for a healthier life, I would say get rid of the old tap water. Anyway, I'm saving the ground flax mix to go on top as a little sprinkle. Let's cook her up. Some nutritionist I am, I forgot a very vital ingredient. It's gonna sound bonkers, seaweed. So many people are not taking in iodine. They're not having seaweed, which is the best source of it. You know, they're not supplementing. Iodine is so essential. Our thyroid gland is kind of our body's thermostat, and it runs almost every system of our body, our mood, our body temperature, our metabolism, our libido, so many things. The thyroid hormones, T4 is the active storage hormone, and there's 4 iodine molecules. T3 is then the active version, so it loses 1 iodine molecule, it's 3 iodine molecules. So the hormones are made from iodine. If we've not got iodine, we can't expect to be well. So half a teaspoon of, this is dulse, isn't it, Jem?
Yeah.
Half a teaspoon a day is your RDA of iodine, which is 150 micrograms. That's a minimum. I go in at double because simply I'm larger than your average bear, and you know, I may require a bit more. It doesn't get toxic until you get several times, so it's not an issue. Sounds bonkers putting seaweed in your porridge, but stir it in. This porridge is so sweet and delicious, particularly with the Vivo Life Madagascan vanilla. It gives it a real sort of creamy taste. It's so delicious. They actually use real, you know, rather than artificial flavours and things, they use some real, like the Madagascan vanilla, like the real good stuff. So you won't taste that, don't you worry. So I've got my porridge there, I'll put my flax seeds on the top. Boom. I like seaweed. No, I'm just kidding, it's really lovely. Very nice. This is relatively low fat. Because I'm cutting at the moment, I'm trying to lose weight. So I bring my fats down a little bit. I'll put in more like low calorie, like vegetables and fruits and things, and less of the high calorie, you know, real energy dense stuff. So that's how I manage that. So I keep it nice and full. So diet's never a chore on a whole foods vegan diet if you know how to tweak with the caloric density of your foods. And just to say, with breakfast, I make sure to take my supplements. So many people forget to take their supplements. D3 in the winter months, essential, B12 all the time, and the omega-3 long chain. Just to be sure that we're going to be well. So many people forget them, so I just have them at breakfast every time, you know, and I make sure that, you know, the job's done then. Anyway, I'll see you guys at lunch. Hi guys, I'm just back from the gym. I should let you know that I had a protein shake straight after training. When we're dieting, believe it or not, our protein needs are slightly elevated. We need a little bit more protein than we do on a bulk. just to ensure muscle retention, basically. Anyway, I'll show you what I'm now going to make. It's going to be beans and quinoa with steamed vegetables. Here's the ingredients. It's good to pick a range of different coloured vegetables. So I've got mushrooms, a red and yellow pepper. The colours are the antioxidants. So the red pepper is going to have lycopene. The yellow pepper is going to have lutein and zeaxanthin, which are two of the few antioxidants that can actually get inside your eyeball. And believe it or not, if you've got brown eyes, you eat enough yellow produce, they can turn hazel. If you've got blue eyes, they can go green. What about that? Also, I've got kale. It's important to emphasize leafy greens. They're very dense in minerals and vitamins like vitamin K, which can be harder to come by. I've got beans there, great source of protein for my repair. Of course, loads of vitamins and minerals as well. Same with the quinoa, very nutrient dense. Really, I'm picking this for a good source of starch. It's got a good whack of protein too. I'm gonna have the spices, turmeric and black pepper, and I'm gonna have the herb oregano. If there are such things as superfoods, which really is a marketing term, you know, to try and get you to part with your money, but were there to be superfoods, herbs and spices would be it. Virtually no calories, tons and tons of nutrition. And last but not least, we're gonna have a little bit of hot sauce. Because, well, everything is better with hot sauce. So now we get the veggies on to steam. There's some kale, bean. If you were to be cooking the veggies to have in a soup or a stew, you know, some of the nutrients are lost into the water, but it's okay because you're gonna be like drinking the water. But because we're having these veggies separately, best to steam, you retain more nutrients. Now we're going to cook the quinoa. If you've not cooked quinoa before, it's really simple. 1 part quinoa to 3 parts water. And then we're just going to cover it and simmer until the water's evaporated. With the quinoa nearly cooked, I've got to do a couple of things. I'm going to put the beans in with the veggies so they heat up. And I'm also going to add the spices to the quinoa. And we just stir those in and let that cook off for the last minute, just till all the water's evaporated. I feel like I've earned this today. I'm looking forward to it. A little bit of that hot sauce. Get a little bit of all the things. Let's have a mushy. So savoury and delicious. If you're not eating the whole foods yet, you probably think things like kale and stuff don't taste great. That's because your taste buds are like overstimulated all the time. Eat like this for 3 weeks. Trust me, you'll enjoy real food for how it tastes. You'll enjoy your food just as much as you used to, but you'll feel tired, mate, and you won't want to go back. Honestly, guys, give it a go. Trust me. What else to say? Oh, didn't put my herbs on. A little bit of herbs. I try at most meals, I mean this isn't set in stone, but by and large in most meals I try to get a legume, a grain, some different veggies. Here I'm also going to have some fruit, and I try to get nuts and seeds as well, so I get the range of different whole plant foods. I don't know if you've heard of the concept of food synergy, but it's the idea that nutrients in one ingredient can amplify the health effects of nutrients in other ingredients. There was a study done on cancer cells proliferating in a petri dish, and the scientists dripped on onion to one sample and it slowed the growth by 50%. They then tried the same thing with grapes, it slowed the growth by 30%. Then they tried half and half, so you'll think 50, 30 must have slowed the growth by 40%. It slowed the growth by 70%. So yeah, by and large, try to eat the range of different whole foods at most meals if you can. As I say, I've got some fruit as well. There are 8 different fruits in here. Comment down below if you can name all 8. If you're the first one to name all 8, you get a stamped addressed pat on the back from me. As I alluded to, we want some nuts or seeds as well. So here is an almond butter. It's a really lovely one, nice and runny. I tend to go for almond butter over peanut butter. On a lower fat, whole foods, plant-based diet, it can be easy to lack in vitamin E if you're not careful. Almonds are great for vitamin E, so it's a nice little way to boost that up. Delightful. Anyway, I'll see you guys at dinner. Gemma on the camera has got hiccups currently, so this could be interesting. I'm going to show you how we make our healthy oil-free baked chips. we're going to do a turmeric, cheesy, kind of a hummus dip with that, gesundheit. And I'm going to serve it with salad. Here's the ingredients. So I've got white potatoes. Obviously, sweet potatoes would be better, or maybe a purple white potato. I've got a can of beans. Any white bean will do. Got half a lemon. We're going to use the juice. Got a bunch of heirloom tomatoes for my salad. Also got a nice leafy rocket salad. We're going to use nutritional yeast in the dip. Now our local store has this in a hopper. So you basically weigh out your whatever bottle or tub you've got, and then you can refill, and then you just pay for their stuff, and no need for extra plastic in the world. We're going to use tahini. What, a couple of tablespoons, Jim?
Yeah.
A couple of tablespoons of tahini, maybe half or a teaspoon of whole grain mustard. Spices wise, we've got a teaspoon of turmeric, a teaspoon of onion granules or powder, whatever you've got. Just granules. We've got garlic powder, and then we've got salt and pepper to taste. Okay, so we're going to pop these into an oven preheated to 240 degrees for 35 minutes, after which time we flip them over, cook for a further 25. Now to make the dip, we're going to put a little kind of thimble full of water in to start. You can add more if necessary, you can't take it back out. Think on, my friend. Juice this lemon. Oh, yep, the seed's gone in. Extra fibre. Nooch, depending on how... Oh, you might not know the delicacy that is nutritional yeast. So it's a kind of cheesy, nutty, little flakes. They're actually single-celled mushrooms, technically. So that's quite interesting. Very nutty, cheesy flavour. So depending on how sort of cheesy you want it, I like to go 3. To most vegans, this is like very addicting. It's healthy anyway. It's got a lot of B vitamins, and it's actually 50% protein by weight. Tahini, I'm going to go with a couple of tablespoons. A bit of mustard, and then go the spices. The very lovely Gemma's going to decant it to me because my hands are too fat. Look at that golden goodness. Okay, and now the best part of any meal video, the taste test. It's not your dinner time, cowboy. Wow, delicious cheesy goodness. That is amazing, so tasty. You really don't have to miss out eating healthfully. Got my lovely heirloom tomatoes. They'll go in the dip as well. Incidentally, I just sprinkled a few little white and black sesame seeds on the top, just for a bit of decoration. I made this all lovely for the Insta snappers. Of course, I want to eat all my salad, so the rest of the, there's like 100 grams of mixed leaves. There's rocket in there. I was hoping to get some watercress as well. These more bitter, sort of peppery leaves, sometimes are the most antioxidant rich. So not only are the colours the antioxidants, the flavours too are the antioxidants. So it's good to, you know, we don't perhaps like the more bitter ones, but mix them in with some other like baby leaves and they're very palatable in that way. Again, got some fruit. So this time I've cubed up a mango and I've got some blueberries as well. I hope you've learned something today. It's been nice to do a video for Viva Life. I really love those guys and what they do. So feel proud to be part of the team. If you enjoyed the video, hit the subscribe button, click the bell icon so you're notified of new videos as they come up, and I hope to see you around.